Good morning, everyone. Hello, Newcastle. Hello, Lawrence County. Welcome to Dive into Nonfiction. It's Sharon Savage here from Newcastle Public Library, and it's so nice to see you all on this lovely, warm July day. And today for Dive into Nonfiction, we're going to talk about my favorite sport, baseball. Baseball, yay! So proud. So for our nonfiction selection, we're going to read Baseball Is by Louise Borden, and the illustrations are wonderfully drawn by Raul Colon. And Louise Borden is an author. She is a fellow Ohioan. I was born in Canton, Ohio. She is from Cincinnati, so she grew up as a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan, and I've been a lifelong Cleveland Indians fan. So Baseball Is. Let's take a trip to the ballpark. And if you're not familiar with baseball, give a listen. Great story. Baseball is. Baseball is our game, the sport of America. Its stories are stitched through our nation's history, its teams and its heroes. We carry them in our hearts. Baseball is 3 bases and home plate, where the game begins and often ends, 90 feet apart together, a perfect diamond. Home, first base, second base, third base, home plate. And baseball is a ball that is pitched and a bat that is swung and gloves and rules and innings. And of course, baseball is teams and teamwork. Baseball, such an exciting name for our nation's game. Baseball, such an exciting name for our nation's game. Baseball is ballparks all across America, so very tall, so very grand, from a century ago and to today, and the many craftsmen who built these wonderful ballparks. From a century ago, beyond, and into today, craftsmen and so many people, so many communities built these parks and supported these teams. Baseball is rivers of people flowing across streets, streaming onto ramps. Baseball is wide gates to a swirl of noise, ticket takers, ticket stubs, and vendors selling souvenirs. Baseball is front row seats and top row seats, bleacher seats and box seats, and always, always the buzz of the spectators, the fans. Ah! Yay! And baseball is the field, that expanse of beautiful green with a smooth swath of brown between the infield and the outfield, fences and foul poles and lines white with chalk, the snap of pennants in the summer breeze. Ah, summer afternoon like today at the baseball field. Baseball is the starting lineup of 9 players, the visiting team and the home team, standing tall and hatless along the diamond's lines. Baseball is America's anthem before the game begins, our national anthem as the flag rises. Tall, proud. And baseball is the on-deck circle and the batter's box, the leadoff hitter, the one who can bunt, the one who can steal, and the cleanup hitter, the heart of the order. And baseball is the rest of the team who sit in the dugout, who lean against its railing, who chew gum or trade jokes, who watch the action and hope, and who wait for their chance to play. Baseball is the fastball and the curveball and the knuckleball and the slider, the crack of the bat, the bulk, the steal, the ground out, the frozen rope, the triple, the squeeze play and the double play, the pop fly, the sacrifice fly, the warning track, the walk, the RBI, the error, the tag, and the grand slam. Baseball is the scamper of the bat boy, and the distant shouts in the stand, peanuts and popcorn, hot dogs. Above the scene, like a familiar friend, red and white stripes and 50 stars on a field of blue, the star-spangled banner, America's flag, flying high over the stadium. And baseball is just one person standing with poise and nerve in the view of thousands, alone in the sunlight, alone in the spotlight, hurling a pitch, catching a pitch, swinging a bat, the favorite bat, or running, spearing a ball with a glove, stealing second or third or even home with speed and with finesse. Standing alone, part of a team. Communities on that baseball field and in that park. And baseball is any kid's glove, carried from home to the game with hope and with luck, ready to catch a ball on the fly. There he is. Is he going to catch it? I think so. Baseball is the scorecard with squares and X's and lines held by the fan who knows the slang, who pencil in hand counts every ball and counts every strike, ground out to shortstop, 6-3. And baseball is the scoreboard, oh, that scoreboard with names and numbers, positions and stats that change and change again and change again. The scorecard and the scoreboard. Baseball is 9 innings and sometimes more, with a top and a bottom for each. It's a game of sound, of seconds and minutes and hours. It's a game never stopped by a clock. Oh, the bright happiness of cheering a team on, of sitting side by side, of standing hand in hand with those who share with you their own special love for this team, for that player, who recall their own memories of other innings way back when. And baseball is the 7th inning stretch when fans belt out baseball's classic song, take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Ah. Baseball is the stony faces of the umpires, the secret signals from the base coaches, and the slow stride of the manager on his trip to the mound. The pitcher, tired and pensive, the catcher, hidden behind his mask. The huddle of quiet words. The manager takes the ball and with a quick nod calls in a reliever from the bullpen. Baseball is a crescendo of joy that fills the stands, and baseball is sudden silence in the hush of an error. The groans or the boos, it's hustle and failure, and of always trying again. Baseball is the announcers in the press box who know the stats of the day, whose voices bring us the sports news sent round the world on the web, who call the action play by play, and who remind us in the telling that this game is also our game. The final score, 2 teams, 1 winner. I'll put Harry Carey up there and Vince Scully. and other favorite hometown announcers. Baseball is the National League and the American League from April to October, from spring until fall, a season of box scores, 81 home games and 81 away games. And baseball is minor leagues and little league and talented long ago Negro leagues, the women's league, and those thousands of other leagues and other teams from Maine to Michigan, from Texas to Hawaii. That's baseball. Baseball is razzle and dazzle, rain and shine, the all-star game in the middle of July, and presidents. Yes, baseball is our presidents who join in our joy. William Howard Taft from Ohio was the first to throw an opening pitch. Photographers snapped the moment. FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, pressed the telegraph key to send a signal down the wires, lighting Cincinnati's field with the modern glow, the first night game. Astonishing. When our soldiers went off to war, every team heard play ball to steady America's heart in unsteady times. Baseball is a game of rookies and veterans, of nicknames, of style. Baseball is Babe Ruth, the greatest of the greats, the boy from Baltimore's docks, sent to school for orphans and toughs, who grew up to show the world how to hit home runs, who penned his autograph for thousands of young fans, because for the Babe, wherever he was playing, it was the kids who mattered most. There's Babe Ruth hitting a home run. And for Jackie Robinson, a strong man, a fine man, whose courage in baseball brought equal rights for those of color, whose Dodgers shirt hangs in ballparks today, the legacy of number 42. It is the human spirit that we honor. And those like Roberto Clemente, the outfielder of speed, the humanitarian who showed Americans his skill and the world his dedication to those in need. And there are so many others who shine in baseball's wonderful Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. So we have Babe Ruth on the facing page, Jackie Robinson, and Roberto Clemente, who played for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Baseball is the World Series and a championship team, celebration and parades, confetti in the streets, and maybe, just maybe, this year, that team is your team, who you're cheering for. Maybe they'll win the World Series. This year is a little different than other years, so we have to see. Because in baseball, as we know, anything is possible. And that, my friend, is Baseball Is by Louise Borden, with wonderful illustrations by Raul Colon. So check this out at your library. Look for other books illustrated by Raul Colon. And Louise Borden is a very prolific author. She's written quite a number of stories as well. So check those out. If you want to read more about baseball as you dive into nonfiction, there's a sports science series and there's baseball science. This one's by James Bowe, and it has a lot of information on baseball, how to hit a home run, what are the physics involved. There's different baseball timelines on how the sport has progressed through the decades. And there's the science of baseball, the rules of the game. It's all about timing and how you react to the speed of ball, the force that you put behind the swinging of the bats. And it depends on how the ball is pitched, those knuckleballs and curveballs and sliders. So find out a little more about the science behind baseball and baseball science. And Sports Illustrated Kids has an excellent book called The Baseball Fan Book. And it's everything you need to become a hardball know-it-all. The lingo, the trivia, the stats, and the skills. And this was put together by Gary Gramling. And it's little known facts to impress your pals, stats you must commit to memory, managerial strategies, essential on and off the field skills, current stars compared to the all-time greats, fun facts about every Major League Baseball team, and lingo that will make you sound like a expert. So, Sports Illustrated Kids, the Baseball Fan Book. There are a lot of stories, a lot of legends about baseball, and there's lessons from America's favorite pastime. And in this wonderful little compilation, Let's Play Ball. And this is the text by Al Jansen, and the wonderful paintings are by Jim Daly. And it goes from the magic of a summer evening at the stadium, the sound of a fastball snacking into the catcher's mitts, and the aroma of mustard on a warm hot dog, families and friends making memories together. So this wonderful, wonderful book, the illustrations are so much fun, kind of like another time before the Sandlot. See, out in the farm field, you can play baseball anywhere there's enough room to hit the ball and pitch the ball. Let's Play Ball by Al Jansen and beautifully illustrated by Jim Daly. And The Story of America's Baseball Fields by Lynn Curley, another author that's done a lot of nonfiction. This is Ballpark, and it's the history of ballparks from Busch Stadium all the way to Yankee Stadium. And it's wonderfully illustrated. It takes you through how they come to be built. There's the diagrams of the different baseball fields. And it talks about the beginnings of the game. There they are playing during the Civil War. And this is, again, a wonderful nonfiction by Lynn Curley, Ballpark, the story of America's baseball fields. So, my friends, as you play baseball in your neighborhood park, or maybe you're playing on a little league team in your neighborhood, enjoy. As baseball comes back around, watch your favorite major league team play in this shortened season, and you have a wonderful remains of the summer, a happy and safe weekend. And remember, come on down to the library, sign up for summer reading, and dive into some nonfiction. Thanks for listening. This is Miss Sharon signing off.